I am about to sin against you and against your servants and against your people and against your houses, the horde. And the houses of Egypt will be filled with the horde, and the soil too on which they stand. Notice what the threat is here. I'm going to send it in your land. It's going to be on you. It's going to be on your people. So it's the proximity thing again. I'm going to do this in all of Egypt. So we understand there's death, there's proximity. Lice was clearly an expansion, an intensification of the closeness of proximity of the frogs. It's on you. You can't see it. You can just feel the effects. You know it's there and they can't get rid of it. There's that proximity. God's doing it again. You'd say, well, the horde sounds a little closer to the frogs, just coming into all of these things. I agree. I think that's exactly the case. So not as close onto the person as the lice is, but it's still a closeness and proximity, sending them into their houses against your people. But here's the difference. Here's the expansion of the plague here. Ready? But I shall set apart on that day the land of Goshen upon which my people Israel stands, so that no horde will be there, that you may know that I am the Lord in the midst of the land. Oh, look at that. So there's our next expansion of what's the way in which these plagues play out. Stench of death, closeness and proximity, and now we have the third component. Now God's saying, so I can bring death to you. I can bring it upon your person like lice. And now it's the third one. And it turns out my people have been suffering along with you. I assume this, right? There are other readings where it may not be the case. Those are extra textual, kind of oral tradition that God had been separating all along. I'll assume, and I may be incorrect here, but I'll just assume that Israel is also suffering in this land, all of these things. It's not that big of a point here. But notice what he can do now. Now I can separate. I know who my people are. You will suffer the closeness of this proximity, but they'll be completely safe.